Hello my friends, so today I'm going to teach you how to do sliding doors like this ones. See, similar to those you see on a supermarket. So let's go into Hammer. It's actually very simple. What you gotta do is create a brush with the brush tool, and you press Ctrl T and then double click it and select Funk Door. And so immediately you will see this arrow right there, so it's a direction in which the door is going to move, it's going to slide. So here you have all the flags, delay before reset, how long should the door take until it closes. So you can modify this, let's go with 3 seconds as opposed to 1. And then here, touch opens. So maybe you want it to be use open instead. Perhaps you don't want it to be solid at all. NPCs, maybe you don't want bots to actually use it. Or should it start locked and then be unlocked with some other entity. And then here we can change the direction at which the door is going to move. So let's change this 90 degrees. So when we touch it, this door is actually going to slide to this direction like this. But what I would recommend, instead of doing that, you just duplicate the door and then you just rotate it with R. So let's leave it at default 0. This way the door will slide here, and you can always move the shape of the door. Now be careful, because if you do this, the origin of the door is over there, so you want to go here, center origin. So this is going to bring the arrow right the center over there. So now let's test this version. Okay, so here are the doors, let's touch them. You see how it's sliding. Yeah, this one's starting to move to the other side. You see how this is moving? Very sliding. Back and forth. So that is why it's better for you just to rotate the door and to center the origin afterwards. And finally, I'm going to show to you how to do it so that the two doors open automatically at the same time without you having to touch them. And they close when you're far away, you see? Real supermarket doors. So here within Hammer, I've created this volume, This is a trigger multiple. On start touch, I'm going to target door number 1 and I'm going to open it. And the same thing for door number 2. And then on end touch all. Now if you only enter on start touch, this is not gonna work, because sometimes there could be 2 players, touching the entity, and that could create conflict. So you want to set it on start touch all. And the doors have different names, but that shouldn't be the case. I could just go with door sliding, open and close, and give that name to the 2 doors. So door sliding. So this way, when you start touching the trigger and you stay within the trigger, the doors will remain open. As soon as you exit it, the doors will close, but if there's another player within the area, the doors will stay open. Now within the doors, we want to remove touch opens, and we also want to remove, toggle, use opens, all of that. We want to disable all of that. And another thing is delay before reset, -1 stay, because we're going to open and close these doors with the trigger, so the doors need to stay. Otherwise, you might get a weird effect where sometimes you're within the trigger and the door will try to close and immediately try to open again. So that is why you want to make it so that it doesn't close automatically. So delay before reset, -1 will prevent the door from closing again. So let's test this new version. When I touch the trigger, the doors open. When I leave it, they close. And remember that the only difference now is that the 2 doors have the same name. That's the way, my friends. Thank you for watching. Short tutorial, sliding doors. Have a nice day.